My name is Martin Hi, my name is Martin Baines. I'm a student at JTech, and today we will talk about the four basic gear rules. But first, before I do that, I want to talk about the individual components. This is the sun gear, and the sun gear has external gears. This is a carrier, and the carrier also has external gears. You can see is outside the carrier. This is the ring gear, and the ring gear has internal gears. The gears are on the inside of the ring gear. So one of the basic rules is two external gears in mesh rotate opposite direction. So what that means is when you have the sun driving another gear, another external gear, which is the carrier, they rotate opposite directions. So what you will be looking at is the carrier pinion gears. They're rotating counterclockwise while I turn the sun counterclockwise. Another gear rule is external and internal gears in mesh rotate same direction. So again, the external gear would be the sun gear, and the internal gear would be the ring gear, and they rotate the same direction. So I will hold the carrier, and you will rotate the sun gear, and what you will look for is to see what the ring gear, what the carrier pinion gears are doing with the ring gear. And they're both rotating counterclockwise. Another gear rule is when carrier is held, pinions idle. So when you hold the carrier, the pinions are idling. They're not. What that means is that carrier pinion gears are not moving. They're just walking. They're just idling. Another gear rule is when the carrier is held, sun and ring rotate opposite direction. So what that means is when the sun is held, I'll hold the sun and rotate the ring gear. The sun and ring, the gears on the carrier pinion gears rotate the same direction as the ring gear, and that means right now they're walking. Another gear rule is when the sun and ring. So another gear rule would be when sun is held, pinions walk. Another gear rule is when carrier is input, that equals overdrive. So when the carrier is held, and what overdrive means is when you have a big gear driving a smaller gear. So the carrier is always the biggest gear, the sun is the smallest gear, and the ring gear is the small gear. So when you have the big gear driving a smaller gear, it will be overdrive. So you could hold the ring gear, and you could drive the carrier, and the ring gear will be the output, and the carrier is the input. Another gear rule is when carrier is output equals underdrive. So when the carrier is being held, it equals underdrive, and what underdrive means is when you have a small gear driving a bigger gear. So you can hold the carrier and you drive the ring gear. Another gear rule is when the sun is input. Another gear rule is when the sun is input, it equals underdrive. So when you hold the sun, you could drive the ring gear, and that's also underdrive. You have the small bike driving the bigger gear. Same thing for same. It would also be, and when the sun is the output, sun is being held is overdrive. So when you hold the sun and you drive, when you hold the sun and you driving it by a bigger gear, the carrier gear is overdrive. Big is driving the small one. So another gear rule is when anytime two gear members is held, it equals direct drive. So when you hold the carrier and the ring gear together, the sun gear wants to force it. The sun gear wants to force the carrier and the ring gear to rotate the same direction, but the two gear members is being held, which will give you a 1-to-1 ratio direct drive. Another gear rule is when the sun drives the carrier, pinions rotate opposite direction, and that takes me back to the first gear rule. When two external gears in mesh, they rotate opposite direction. So you will hold the carrier, and you can rotate the sun, and the carrier pinions will rotate the opposite direction of the sun gear. And another gear rule is when the ring drives the carriers, the pinions rotate same direction as the carrier. That also brings me back to the first rule: when you have an external and internal gear in mesh, they rotate the same direction. So you can also hold the carrier again, and when you have the carrier, what you will look for is the internal gears of the ring gear, and look on the carrier pinion gears, they rotate the same direction. They're both rotating counterclockwise. And that's my video. Thank you for watching.